What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. This video is going to be kind of different. We're not going to be doing any show-related reviews this time around. I'm actually going to do a review on a TikTok that I found. Why was my phone in my face? I don't know, but who cares? The reason why I'm choosing this video for this time is just because this was really the dating scene these days is very traumatic. Let's put it that way. And his story was quite intriguing. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to give you guys my genuine reaction on it, tell you guys what I think. And we'll get back to the, reaction videos of the shows, I promise. But I wanted to switch something up this time. So let's get into it.
I just got back from a first date and I need to know who raised you. This was borderline criminal. But before you tell me I'm overreacting, let me explain what happened. And as always, if you like my stories, like to hear about my awful dating life, feel free to drop me a follow and let's get right into it. So I ended up matching with this girl on Hinge. She was cute, she looked good, she had funny prompts, and she made it easy for me. She had on her Hinge profile that her favorite restaurant was Cheesecake Factory. So I already knew if this goes well, I know where I'm going to take her. So I sent her a message, tell her I love Cheesecake Factory, and we start talking. We spent the whole first day on Hinge, and then I asked her if I could have her number. She said yes, and we start texting. And we're talking nonstop for like 2 weeks straight. I feel like I know more about this woman than I know about my own family. My guess is we were sending upwards of 100 texts a day. She was so easy to talk to, so enjoyable to talk to. Even FaceTimed a few times and literally talked for hours on the phone. And the only reason it took so long for us to plan a date is because she told me she was traveling for work. And I believed her, because the one night she literally FaceTimed me from a hotel. But after close to 2 weeks of talking, we finally found a date. And guess where we were going? Cheesecake Factory. And we had plans to meet today at 5:30. Pretty much straight from work. I brought an extra set of clothes. So I left work a little bit late, to be honest, and sped over to the Cheesecake Factory. I still got there at about 5:25-ish. Shot her a text, told her I was here. She responds back a minute or two later and is like, hey, I'm just pulling up now. Tells me the car she's driving and tells me to meet her. I look up, I'm looking through the parking lot trying to find her, and I see the exact car that she was talking about pull up. Pulls into a parking spot. I'm a little thrown off because there's a man in the driver's seat. But then I see her come out of the passenger seat, and the car just leaves. But whatever, I walk up to her, introduce myself, and I tell her, like, hey, I would have picked you up, you didn't have to Uber. She was like, no, don't worry about it, it wasn't that bad, and we head on into the restaurant. Now, I booked a reservation for this place. I wanted to look like a good gentleman, look like I put some effort in. So we go in, talk to the host, and they take us over to our table. It's a center table, no booth, no nothing like that. And I...
My friend. The worst thing you can do is get a center table on a date. Always try to reserve a booth. That is rule number 1. Okay? Always try to reserve a booth. Some women don't care, but the average women do. So it makes it more personal when you get a booth, so that you guys could have more of a quieter time to each other, and people are not going to be so involved in your conversations. Rather, when you're at a table, people are beside you and they could hear and everything. And it's just, some people just don't like that. So that's one mistake you made, but let's continue.
Looks at the host in the most passive-aggressive way and goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't sit at tables. I want a booth. And the host is like, all the booths are taken. You reserved a table. We have a table ready for you. And she's like, no, I'm more than happy to wait. So we go sit at the bar while we wait for a booth to open up. And when we sit down, we're just talking about how our day at work was, how our day's been in general, waiting for the bartender to come over, get us some drink. I told her I'm going to wait to get a drink until we get to our table, but she's welcome to get whatever she wants. Yeah, and she took that and ran with it. She ordered a Johnny Walker Blue Neat. That 1 2-ounce pour of liquor, $75. Oh, but on the bright side, she offered me a sip. It tastes like shit.
Girl. Rule number 2, don't just tell a girl to get whatever she wants. I mean, you kind of do. Just be like, yeah, order yourself a drink. Sure, you could say it like that. But some women will abuse. And those type of women are awful women. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. Those type of women who abuse and do not take into account, I get it, it's a date, but it's a first date. And I don't understand the whole concept of he needs to spend $500 or more on the first date. To me, that's just ridiculous. But it's the fact that she did that thinking it was okay. Like, she didn't question anything. She wasn't curious about anything. No. She said, let me order this $75 drink that apparently tastes like crap. But she did it to look bougie. Okay. I hate people who front, who try to what's the word I'm looking for? That try to live a life they can't afford. But because it's not on her dollar, it's not on her dime, she don't care. That's a selfish human being.
But after like 15 minutes of sitting at the bar waiting for our booth to open up, the host comes back and goes to seat us at our booth. My date, who we're going to call Lady, is inspecting the table, wiping off crumbs, just giving our host the dirtiest looks. But apparently it was up to her standards. So we sit down, and the waiter comes over a minute or two later. Now, I'm kind of pissed she ordered the Johnnie Walker Blue. So I got a Blue Moon, and we're just checking out the menu. And if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory, you know their menu was huge. So we're not even done looking at the appetizers. We're talking through the appetizers, and she's just pointing everything out. Ooh, the tuna nachos look good. Should we do the egg roll sampler?
One thing I hate, and it's not that I hate, it's just I have a hard time with, is menus that are so big and they have too many options. I will never know what to order. I'll sit and look at that menu for 45 minutes to an hour. I swear to you. Just because I just don't know. Unless I'm craving something, too many options are never good for me. I'll just sit there and I'll just be like, I don't know.
What about the crispy sushi rice? And all of those sounded like great ideas. I like all of them. Now we're looking at entrees. I'm getting the Louisiana pasta thing. She's telling me she can't decide between the steak and salmon combo or the orange chicken or sesame chicken meal. The waiter brings my beer over while this is all happening. She orders another Johnnie Walker Blue. I'm looking on the floor for mysterious wads of cash because we haven't even placed our food orders yet and the bill's at $150, if not more. And then she starts ordering.
What is wrong with this girl? No, but deadass, when he started this video, he said, who raised you? Deadass, who raised you? Steven hooked that in the beginning of the show, in the video. Just saying. Okay. What the hell? Do you know how insane you have to be of a person? Like, who is he to, like... Some women need a freaking class on etiquette. Just saying.
It's all three appetizers. Egg rolls, the tuna nachos, and the crispy rice. And then
I'm sorry, but the tuna nachos sound absolutely disgusting. But anyway.
There's both entrees. Both of them. When I said get whatever you want, I guess it's on me because I thought you had some respect or some dignity. She gets the steak, the salmon, and the Asian bowl. And the cherry on top, she ordered her steak well done. The second the waiter walks away, I look at her and I go, hey, we're going to split the bill. And she looks me dead in my eyes and goes, I didn't even bring a wallet. All this purse has in it is my phone and my lip gloss and my eyeliner. I don't split the bill on first dates. And I look at her and I go, okay, but you need to have some sort of respect. Like, you don't just order the entire menu. We are off to a phenomenal start. To my surprise, she looks at me and goes, you're right, I'm sorry, I got carried away. I'll Venmo you after the date. You know what? Okay, cool. It's the best I can do at this point is hope she does Venmo me.
Bullshit. She ain't Venmoing you anything. I will never believe anybody says, I will Venmo you for a date that they wanted to go on for free. Please. Come on. But I feel for him because he has a sweet heart. Like, you could tell he's a good person. And she just does not know how to value a good man. She wasn't clearly raised on respect. But she's quick to apologize. Yeah, apology half-ass.
We're just sitting, talking, waiting for our food to come out. And in this time, she pulled her phone out, put it on the table. And I'm watching it go off every few minutes. And it was face up. I could see who was texting her. Do you want to know what the name was? Baby Dad. Baby Dad. Nowhere on your Hinge profile did it say you have a kid. So I ask her, I go, do you have a kid? Yeah, sorry, I didn't say anything. He spends most of his time with his dad. We had him really young when I was like 18. You know what? If he stays with his dad most of the time, I guess I don't really care that much. I'm not in any position to have kids or be a stepdad, but besides, she's 29, so this kid's 10, 11 years old, depending on what time of the year she had him. Like any curious man, I started asking questions. So are you and your baby dad close? Like, do you guys see each other? when did you guys split up? And she tells me they split up like 4 years ago, and I have nothing to worry about. Which is kind of hard to believe when you have a heart next to his name. And I'm watching him send you selfies.
Code red, code red, code red, code red. Leave. End that date. You should have just walked out, canceled the menu, canceled the order, everything, and leave. Hell no. Paid for those drinks, or make her pay for those drinks, and that's it. There's no way in hell you should have stayed there. No way. Having a heart next to her baby dad's name is diabolical. Diabolical. He's probably the one that dropped her off. Now that he's saying that. That's crazy.
Granted, the kid's in the picture too, but come on. As I'm asking these questions, trying to get to know her and her situation a little better, she looks at me and goes, "You're not insecure, are you?" And that question threw me off. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm being insecure in this situation. But I'm like, no, it was just a surprise that you have a kid. There was nothing on your Hinge profile that said that.
No, my dear. He's not insecure. He just wanted transparency, and he was talking to you, basically speaking to you all the time, and you basically lied to him. Not even lied to him, withheld information, as if that's any better. And by doing so, he basically feels bamboozled. He basically feels that you set him up. And you technically did for a free meal. You're evil as hell.
Nothing to worry about. Me and him are completely in the past. And as she's saying this, she slides her hand onto her thigh. And it threw me off. I gently pushed it away. And she looked at me and goes, "What's wrong?" I go, just a little thrown off by the whole situation. Just give me a second. And again, she goes, "You have nothing to worry about." Puts her hand back on my thigh. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I appreciate the reassurance. She asked me if she wants me to put her phone on D&D, and I'm like, if you want to, go ahead. It solved nothing. She put her phone on D&D and then proceeded to check it every 2-3 minutes. Smiling, texting. And at one point, we haven't even gotten our food yet. And I look at her and I go, I don't think this is going to work out. This doesn't seem to be going well. I don't know if I'm ready for the baby mama, baby daddy dynamic. Again, hand on the thigh for most of this. Looks at me again, tries to reassure me. She goes, I don't want anything to do with him in that matter. I promise you.
She wants her cake and eat it too. She wants to go on a date, enjoy herself, and go back to the toxic life that she has. Because she will forever go back to that man who is not good for her.
I promise you, we are completely done. Here, give me a kiss, I'll prove it to you. I was like, no, thank you, I'm good. And she looks at me and goes, what are you, gay? No, I'm not gay, I'm just weirded out by the situation.
No, he's a man with morals. He's a man that has common sense. He's a man that doesn't have to worry about his sexuality. He's a man that actually wants someone in his life. He's a serious man who wants a serious wife. He doesn't want a one-time woman or a one-time date. He's looking for his forever. And ma'am, you're not that. You're not. You're going to go back to your toxic ex and you're going to go and lay in bed with him like you do, and you'll keep running back because it's a cycle that never ends. And this is what I hate. Women who will, when they get rejected, and they'll be like, oh, are you gay? Because a man doesn't want to go and kiss you or touch you or whatever. Ladies, why? Why? For what? He doesn't want to be touched by her because he doesn't see the value in her. He doesn't want her because he doesn't want that lifestyle. She doesn't like the fact that she was getting rejected. And as women, we need to get used to the idea of rejection. We need to normalize it. And if you can't handle it, well then too fucking bad. It's getting so tiring. This is absolutely the most atrocious date I've ever heard of in my life. And this is from a guy's perspective. And I never heard guys' perspectives. Ever. So hearing this as a one-time new deal has me in absolute disbelief.
You're grossing me out. I'm so off my game by this entire situation. I just get up and I say, hey, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I just need to go collect myself. So I go to the bathroom for 2-3 minutes. Just take a seat, take a breather, come back together. I get out of the bathroom. I go to sit back down. The waiter's bringing boxes for our food. Honestly, I should have just said I was going to the bathroom and left. I don't know why I didn't.
Oh my God, she ordered for her and her man. She ordered for the both of them. Are y'all that broke that you can't afford food? Genuine question. that you have to use someone to buy you food and you're ordering expensive drinks because you want to get you want to feel good? Are you effing for real? Oh my goodness gracious, may God handle you in such ways you will regret it and have you rethink the decisions you make in life. Because how are you the big 2'9" and you're still acting like as if you're freaking 18, 21 years old? Make it make sense.
I don't want to screw this girl over, leave her with the entire bill, but now's my chance. Waiter's still here. I ask for separate checks. While the waiter is standing there, right after I said that, she goes, "Don't do that. I didn't bring a wallet. I'm not paying my half." I look at the waiter again and I go, "Please bring separate checks." He just nods his head and walks away. He leaves. She tells me she's not feeling the date and she's gonna head out. She already had bagged up all the food, including my dinner. I try to politely ask her, I go, "Can I please have my food?" She goes, "No. I'm gonna give it to Derek for coming to pick me up." Derek is the name I'm giving to her baby dad. Look at her, I go, "You're gonna give my food to Derek."
Yanked that food from her hand. I hope you yanked the bag. Guys, this is the first time I'm ever watching this whole video, right? So I'm stopping and going just because, like, the way I would yank that bag from her hand, oh my days. There's no way I would let her leave with my food. If I was a man, that's my food. Listen, I love food. I'm a big bag. I don't give a crap. I'll owe my shit. But, excuse me? There's a special place for you, ma'am. There's a special place for you. And y'all know where. Comment down below where. I'm so bad.
She goes, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling it." I'm not yelling, but I have raised my voice at this point. Enough that a few people are looking, like trying to see what's going on, probably assuming it's just a couple fights. She stands up, tells me she doesn't like my energy, doesn't like hotheads, takes all of the food, including my food, and just walks out the door before the waiter brings the checks back. So now I'm sitting in the Cheesecake Factory alone, furious, absolutely furious, just waiting for this waiter to bring the checks. Trying to see, is he going to bring one? Is he going to bring two? He brings two. He looks at me, he goes, "Tough date, huh? Where'd she go, the bathroom?" I look at him and say, "No, she left." And the first thing he says to me is, "So you want one bill?" And I asked him flat out, I go, "What happens if I pay my half and she doesn't pay hers?" And he tells me, "Well, you made the reservation, sir. It's under your name, so that would be your responsibility." I pretty much pleaded with him to understand, to press charges on her, to figure something else out. The combined bill was like $340. The embarrassment I felt paying that whole bill, having to ask that waiter what would happen if I only paid my half. It's not about the money with me. It's about the principle. Why would you do this to someone? Who raised you to think this is okay? What example are you setting for your kid? Is there anything I can do to get back at her? Or do I just have to cut my losses?
You gotta cut your losses, buddy. I'm so sorry. You gotta cut your losses. I know you don't want to. I know you want to fight it, but you gotta cut your losses. There's not much you could do at this point. You asked her out on a date. You put your name on the reservation, like he said. You planned it, everything. She just took the food. What you should have done was grab that bag of food. That's what you should have done. Is it crazy? Sounds like it. Is it petty? Probably. But I would have called over a waiter and had a waiter stand right next to her, be like, "Don't let her leave. She's dying and dashing. She needs to pay her half of the bill. She's taking my food with it." I would have made a scene. I don't care. I don't care. Who the hell who raised you? Like, yeah, make animals look more civil. I'm so turned off. I feel terrible for this guy. This is why I don't date much or ever, because this shit scares me. Like, men and women scare me, because you just never know what you're gonna get. The way someone acts on the phone, the way someone acts in real life is just two different people. So I never know what's gonna happen. But just keep in mind, ladies and gents, when you're going on dates with somebody and you're meeting people, be wise. Be respectful. And if someone's trying to dupe you the way she tried to dupe him, or technically she did dupe him, and screwed him heavily, put your foot down. Don't let them get it. Don't let them get their way. Hold them accountable. Clearly they get away with everything, and they're showing the worst example for their child. Whether they have a boy or a girl, it really doesn't make a difference. They're gonna be one evil little thing. That's for damn sure. What turned me off the most out of this whole story, minus the fact she stole his food, it's the fact that she put her hands on his hip, on his thigh, as if it like consoling him. Like, yeah, but you, girl, get a life. Get a damn life. Find a hobby. You're like, I'm taking this food to feed my whole family. How about you go work a 9 to 5, maybe even a second job, or maybe find a side hustle as a third job. You're doing good as dating, you know, conniving men into doing something that they have no idea what the freak they're getting themselves into. You're really good at that, you know. Find something that works in that field. I don't know. But you're evil as hell. You're disrespectful as hell, and God has a special place for you and will handle you so well. Because anybody that does wrong to anybody that didn't do wrong to them in the first place, y'all special human beings. That's all I have to say at that point. I'm trying to like really hold my tongue right now because, well, it's late. Second of all, I'm trying to be keeping it as calm as possible. But in reality, if I was the dude, that woman would have never left that place. I promise you that. She would have kept her ass there. And I would have made sure of it. Anyways, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you guys can stay updated with all future videos I post daily. So make sure you guys are staying tuned with that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.